The 77th's first month in Syria is almost over, with our daily lines consisting mostly of SCAR missions, just like the one you're about to fly today. The ground situation has not considerably changed thus far, with the coalition airstrikes too sparse to be able to push ISIS out of the locations they've already taken. Moreover, it seems that those guys are still slowly taking ground on several fronts, most notably around Palmyra. Our stance towards the regime forces has not changed, and while ROE allows us to engage air units or SAM systems that pose a direct threat to coalition aircraft, in practice we were not forced to take decisive action after the SA-3 was destroyed during your last mission. Hopefully, they'll let the dog off the leash and we can start rolling back some of these air defense assets, with priority number 1 being that SA-3. Okay, let's break to our individual flight briefs.
Today we're going to perform yet another routine SCAR op under control of Ghost, a JTAC working remotely from, who knows, probably B-dubs. He should have a UAV with rover to keep tabs on the situation. The lineup is as follows. I will be flight lead for Weasel 3, Tally, you're 3-2, and you're loaded with 165 and 2 GBU-38s, 3 bags and a targeting pod. I have a similar loadout, but we'll be carrying 2 GBU-12s. We'll be taking off at dawn, and the weather is going to be pretty good. Light clouds, light wind from the northeast. I've been assigned 91-356 parked in revetment 12. Tally, you're next door in 11 with 91-358. Remember, there's no ground frequency here, so we'll grab ATIS on channel 2 and then contact tower on channel 3. Radio checks on initial frequency. All presets are listed in the kneeboard. Tally, go with number 1 on your anti-collision light, and I will use 3. Expect departure on runway 28. Also, we'll have one other flight launching at the same time as us. It's going to be led by Poker. They may wind up taxiing before us, which is not a problem. If that's the case, we'll just follow behind them at taxiing sequence. Coming out of H4, we'll flow northeast to climb to 18,000, heading towards today's AO, codenamed Bishop. We'll have friendlies all stowy SCAR over Queen and King here and here. We'll contact Wizard and check to see if there's any updates before we enter the area. We'll anchor at waypoint 3, which is also today's bullseye. We'll have a look around our AO, and once we're happy, we'll contact Ghost on Price 6. Bishop is centered around the small town of Al-Sukna, which is now completely under ISIS control. Our intel guys are positive that most of the civilians have fled the town, and the information we received over the last couple of weeks seems to indicate that the bad guys are using this place as their training and resupply depot. This is a satellite photo of Al-Sukna, divided into a grid for easier reference. We should also have this product in our kneeboard, so keep it handy. There are a few mosques around the town that we need to coordinate with Ghost to try not to strike anything too close in proximity to them, unless it's way from a higher up. Now, as for targets, in theory, everything that is armed and manned in Bishop is fair game, which means that Bishop is the real kill box. It goes without saying, but after we check with Ghost, we'll only engage what he or she tells us to attack, and following the type of control he or she chooses. Questions? All right. ISIS usually puts a lot of ADA in these areas, so let's keep a hard deck of 16,000 feet just to be safe. 16,000 should keep us out of any manpad mezzes and away from the medium caliber AAA they have. Local elevation is about 1,500-ish, so let's call it 18,000 MSL. Cool? Keep your eyes outside the pit at all times and heads on a swivel. Just don't rely on the bulletproof mustache to keep you safe. We'll stay with Ghost until we run out of fuel or until we're Winchester. After our first vol, we'll go back to Texaco, get a drink, and return to Bishop. After our second, we'll RTB. Let's move back to slide forward with the flight overview. We'll flex as the situation dictates and do whatever Ghost needs us to. GB-38s will be better for static targets, G-12s are more flexible, and cloud cover should be very light and shouldn't get in the way. I have my codes written on the kneeboard. We'll stay on channel 1 aux as our tactical frequency, and we'll switch between nets on Pry. I'll call all the changes at end comms checks. First one's still on the ground on initial frequency or channel 1 on Pry. Then we'll push tower on channel 3 Pry and go from there. After takeoff, we'll switch to Wizard on channel 4 Pry. Text goes on channel 5, Ghost is on 6, and approach is on channel 8. Providing they don't drop out, Text Go will either be on track Yankee or Zulu at 27,000 feet. We'll check with Wizard and make sure we know where they're at. Hey, if we're thirsty on the RTB, we'll get about 2,000 each and go to waypoint 7. Key Faisal approaches on 258.3. As I said, we'll RTB when we're Winchester or if Ghost is done. According to the ATO, Strike Eagles will be heading this way, so they might take over at some point. The Australians will still cap as they have done mostly for this entire month we've been here. Any questions? No? Let's do it.
Mission number 3, Gambler's Campaign. Seek and destroy. We're going to adjust the loadout again to get rid of that centerline back. And we're also going to get rid of... we're going to just put this on, instead of a triple ejector, we're going to put it on Law 117 for the Maverick. I think that should
Copy.
Be
Copy.
Hey, Chief.
Yes, sir?
How you doing?
Hungry, sir. I'm gonna hit chow as soon as I launch you out.
Ready for start 2.
Clear forward and aft. Ready for start 2.
I'm using the Bogey Dope virtual crew chief right now for some of these extra sound effects and a little bit of immersion. It's very well done. % over the horn.
Good start down here, sir. 6 green.
Weasel, check ops. Roger. Grab ATIS and push Pry 3. Let me know when you're ready to taxi.
Okay. Time 0355. Wind 315 at 12. Visibility greater than 10 miles. Scattered 19,000 feet. Temperature 24, dew point -35. Altimeter 3002. Runway in use 28. Expect visual approach. Acknowledge receipt of information uniform. King Faisal Air Base Information Uniform. Time 0355.
Ready for sec check?
Speed brake, flight controls clear. Ready for sec. Nozzle closed. Clear for run-up.
Sec check good, back to prep.
Nozzle open. Speed brakes open. And closed.
Ready for bit.
Clear bit.
Two is ready to taxi.
Roger, stand by.
Ready for big movement.
Flight control still clear. Nose up. Nose down. Kick. Roll left. Roll right. Yaw left. Yaw right.
Ready on left brake.
Roger, stand by. Ready on left brake. on left brake.
Channel 1.
Movement. No movement.
Channel 2.
Movement. No movement.
Ready on right brake.
Copy. Stand by. Alright, ready on the right brake.
Channel 1.
Movement. No movement.
Channel 2.
Movement. No movement.
You're cleared off.
Roger that, sir. I'll see you out front in a sec.
Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
And 1 is ready. Contacting tower.
Tower Weasel 2-1, taxi 2 with uniform. Weasel 2-1 tower, taxi to runway 28. Tower Weasel 2-1, taxi runway 28.
Tower, Weasel 3-1, taxi 2 with uniform.
Weasel 3-1 tower, taxi behind Weasel 2, runway 28.
Tower, Weasel 3-1, taxi runway 28.
Tower Weasel 2-1, number 128. Weasel 2-1 clear for takeoff, runway 28, winds are 310 for 12. Tower Weasel 2-1 clear for takeoff, runway 28. Weasel 3-1 hold position.
Weasel 3-1.
Weasel 3-1 clear for takeoff, runway 28, winds are 310 for 12.
Weasel 3-1, cleared for takeoff, runway 28.
Okay, here we go.
chat.
2.
That Patriot sure likes. Alright, so we're supposed to be on 30 X-ray for the yardstick, which would correspond then to Weasel 3-2 be on 93. However, one of the DCS-isms is that in order to pick up an AI with the TAC-N, I have to actually tune to his, so I just went to 93 X-ray, now I've got him at 0.3 miles. In multiplayer, it works out perfectly when you go 63 part, but it's, whenever you work with AI, you have a few extra things you can.
Wizard, Weasel 2-1. Weasel 2-1. Wizard, send it. Wizard, Weasel 2-1. Clear pop-up through full by 215 for 65. 12,000, track south. Roger. Contact Bullseye 215 65. 12,000. Probable answer. No factor. Skip. Weasel 2-1, copy sensor.
Looks like we got that fencer they picked up. Can be coming right across our nose. Well, it's a juicy target, but ROE is only self-proposes us a threat.
Heads up. Explosions and tracers. Right. 2 o'clock.
Roger.
This is pretty close to the border.
Yep.
Whom are the Syrians fighting here? I didn't see any intel on IS positions this far south.
Me neither. Possibly one of the insurgent groups that fight both them and ISIS.
Oh, who's diving in?
Weasel, Weasel 2-1. Sensor indicating target with rockets at volt 190 for 75. Weasel 2-1. Roger. Your ROE is weapons hold. Weasel 2-1. Weapons hold. Weasel 2-1. Wizard. Bogey is turning south. Cold. Wizard. Weasel 2-1. Roger. Weasel 2-1 is turning to Queen. Weasel 2-1. Wizard. Say intentions. Weasel 2-1 will run Scar near Queen. Roger that, Weasel 2-1. Reaper 1-1 schedule entity is no longer on station at Queen. You'll be solo. Push button 5 and report any contacts. We'll relay to Red Crown or attack clearance. Wizard, Weasel 2-1 will go.
Stand by for check-in with Wizard. Wizard, Weasel 3-1 with you, inbound to Rook.
Roger. Weasel 3-1, say intentions.
Wizard, Weasels will run Scar near Bishop.
Roger, picture clean. We have eyes on Meatball, north of Bishop. Reaper 3-1 is on station at Bishop. Blackbird 6-3 is working to the west. Blocks 200 through 240. Blackbird 6-5 is working near King. Block 180 through 200. Mexico is on track.
Wizard, Weasel 3-1 copies all. Weasel 3-1 flight, fence in.
So one of the really cool things that Baltic has done here, Baltic Dragon's done here, is he actually makes you fence in. It's not just a radio call. In order to get the trigger to go, you have to actually fence in. So 3 steps to do that in this mission. First thing is a master arm. Second thing is you have to have your countermeasure mode into manual, semi, or auto. I like keeping mine already programmed into semi, and then I simply just turn on my chaff and flow. And then the third thing, under my elbow here, you have to shut off your master light.
1 fenced in.
2 fenced in.
It's a fantastic add to the realism there. Just a little note on fencing out, and we'll go over this on the way back out also. When you fence out, you will have to go back into standby mode here.
Cowboy 2-1, roger. Picture clean. Blackbird 6-3, zone station to west, blocks 200-240. Blackbird 6-5 is working near key, block 180-200. Weasel 2-1 is going to clean. Weasel 3-1 is en route to mission. Technical on track. How copy? Cowboy 2-1.
Alright, I believe we were supposed to hold up here at Bullseye, which would be waypoint 3.
Okay, 20 miles to go. Sensors on Bishop. We'll use waypoint 3 as our ID.
2.
Weasel 2-1, Wizard, roger. Picture clean.
Wizard, Weasel 3-1 approaching Bishop, commencing SCAR.
Weasel 3-1, happy hunting.
Thank you, sir.
Heads up. Tally convoy vehicles on the road, approximately 5 miles northeast from Bishop.
Roger. Looking.
Tally on technical to the front and back of the convoy, mount station and 3 cargo trucks in the middle.
Roger. Standby.
Alright, I got a phone call was on that, so there was contact, I think you said north of Bishop. Going to GMT, let's hear what she has to say for time.
2-1, no joy, request talk on.
Convoy is on the road, going north. Northeast from Bishop. Just follow it. Can't miss it.
Northeast of Bishop. Oh, there's some moving traction. Looks like it's probably... It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4... 4 vehicles.
Still no joy.
Whoops, I do have a tally on them.
Check your ground to air radar and GMT mode. They're clearly visible on mine.
Weasel 3-1, contact convoy in the open. Wizard, Weasel 3-1, tally a convoy in the open. 2 technicals with HMGs and 3 military trucks headed towards Bishop from the northeast.
Weasel 3-1, Wizard, roger. Targeting message for Alpha received. You are cleared hot. Weapons free.
Weasel 3-1.
Alright, both attack or replay? Well, that's both attack. I think she said there were 2 technicals, so...
We will first engage the 2 armed vehicles with a MAV each, then clean up with guns.
2.
I'll take the lead vehicle, you take the trailing one. Stand by for fighter to fighter.
2. Ready.
Wedge. Shooter. AGM-65. In from the southeast. Wheel. Go.
2.
Alright, here we go, and that's good. Little fighter brief, I like that. Alright, handoff didn't work. Let's try 7 Mile.
Weasel 3-2. Rifle.
There we go. Good luck.
Weasel 3-1. Rifle. Weasel 3-1. Splash target.
Yeah, when's her rifle gonna hit?
Weasel 3-2. Good hit.
Oh, there we go.
Weasel 3-2. Vehicles have stopped. Tally enemy troops leaving their vehicles and scattering.
2. Engage with guns.
Weasel 3-2.
Alright.
Cowboy 2-1. On station 10 nautical miles south.
Get a little mark point on them. There's a stationary target.
Weasel 2-1 is working in area.
Chat, flare.
Stand by.
A little nervous with that too.
Cowboy 2-1. Roger.
And Weasel 3-1 in.
Altitude. Altitude.
1.
Pull
Guns,
up.
guns.
Pull up.
I think everything just hit left, right of the turn. Yeah, I missed a ball. Wind took it a little. Where's Weasel? Tally's going.
Gun set. Lock one gun.
Altitude. Altitude. Pull up.
One,
Pull
guns,
up.
guns.
Pull up.
I think I got
Altitude.
both of them on that.
Altitude. Chaff. Flare.
Good job,
Chaff.
Weasels.
Flare.
Return to IP.
It was fun. I like straight. Let's contact Wizard.
Wizard, Weasel, 3-1.
Weasel 3-1, go ahead.
Wizard, BDA for targeting message 4 Alpha. 5 vehicles destroyed.
Weasel 3-1, copy all. Message 4 Alpha closed. Appreciate the support.
Two, 1, push Pry 6.
2.
Weasel, radio check.
2.
Ghost, Weasel, 3-1, radio check.
Weasel 3-1, Ghost, reach you 5x5. Send it.
Weasel 3-1 checking in. 2 ship of F-16s, 10 nautical miles south from Bishop. We have 2 GBU-12, 2 GBU-38, guns, vol time 0+30, abort code Rhino, available for tasking.
Weasel 3-1, Ghost, roger. Stand by for an update on Bishop. Weasel flight. I'm a JTAC operating remotely from an air operations center with a single unmanned asset in my stack. Break. We will operate under Type 2 control. We have identified multiple ISIS targets, including a tank, CCC, several trucks, a manned checkpoint, and an ammo dump, all within Bishop. Light and medium AAA reported with the AO, but none of NCID. Your first pass will be a simultaneous attack on the enemy tank. Set strike posture, anyone ready for timeline?
2, you ready?
Affirm.
Weasel 3-1, ready for 9-line.
Weasel flight. Ghost. 9-line Alpha as follows. 356 offset west. 9er.0. 1524. Armored tank. 37 Sierra Delta uniform. 84799 no mark, no factor, press out.
Ghost, Weasel 3-1, read back 1524. Beat Delta Uniform 8847 9er 14. No factor. Ready for remarks.
Weasel flight. Ghost. Request 1GB12 on the south-north run. We do have AAA reported in the southern portion of the AO, with possible impact threats to around the city. The nearest collateral concern is the mosque, approximately 100 feet to the southeast.
Ghost Weasel 311, GBU 12, south to north, run in.
Weasel Flight, good read back. Stay with eyes on target Alpha.
Alright, what a mess. Let's see, 37 Sierra, Delta Uniform 8847959914. Delta Uniform 88479, 59914. Alright, let's see what's going on. My target is not going to where it needs to go. A little bit of a dead eye. Okay, that looks good. Now let's go steer point 20. Okay, I'm gonna try this again. 3, oh, I see what I did. 8847. Oh, that looks much.
Ghost Weasel 31, contact tank, grid, Delta Uniform 884598.
Weasel Flight, Ghost, copy all for target Alpha. Say we're ready for 9 Mike Bravo.
2, ready.
Ghost Weasel 31, ready.
Weasel, Ghost, 9 Mike Bravo as follows. 354 offset west, Niners point to 5, 15748, ATC, 37 Sierra Delta Uniform, 87 Niner 605, no mark, no factor, egress.
Ghost, Weasel, 3-1, read back 1574 feet, Delta Uniform 879er 605, no factor, ready remarks.
Weasels, Ghost, request 1G38 on the east-west run. Threat remains the same as Starline Alpha.
Ghost, Weasel 3-1, 1 GBU 38, east to west, run in.
Weasel flight, good read back. Stay with eyes on target Bravo.
Tally.
Ghost, Weasel 3-1, contact APC grid Delta Uniform 879er 605.
Weasel flight, copy all, and that is target Bravo. Calling with directions.
Ghost, Roger, both targets seem to be close to civilian houses. Please confirm that this attack has clearance from Red Crown.
Weasel flight, that's affirmative. Commander's initials, Golf Hotel.
Ghost, Weasel 3-1, Roger, stand by. Tally, I want you to go first with the 38 and smash that APC. I'll be behind you, and even if the tank starts moving, I'll get it with the pave way. Ready for fighter?
2, ready.
Wedge, shooter, GBU 12 and GBU 38. In from the south for 1, in from the east for 2. Egress south for 1, egress west for 2. On my mark.
2.
Man, I'm loving these Frody.
Weasels, go.
Great fighter breeze. Tally's gonna go out to the east. We're gonna come in from the south, try to drop them about the same time, or
Weasel 3-2, IC inbound, target
at
Bravo.
least have the impact about the same time.
Weasel 3-2, Ghost, taking target Bravo.
We're gonna hurry around the circle one more time. Hopefully she gets in position by about that time. I think that tank's hiding behind that building there. I'll get a better view on it once we make our way in. She gotta be starting her turn in short. Laser out. She's turning around. Go in.
Ghost, Weasel 3-2 is in from the east.
Weasel 3-2, cleared hot, cleared hot.
Ghost, Weasel 3-1, IP inbound for target Alpha.
Weasel 3-1, Ghost, target Alpha.
Ghost, Weasel 3-1, in from the south. Weasel 3-1.
Weasel 3-2, Fox.
Weasel 3-1, cleared hot, cleared hot.
Bombs off about the same time. This ought to be pretty. Laser arm.
Weasel 3-1, good hit on first target. Weasel 3-2, good effects.
Very cool.
Weasel plate, Ghost, good hits, target destroyed. I have another one for y'all. Say when ready for 9-line Charlie.
There's a little area.
Weasel 3-1, roger.
2, ready.
And I technically dropped my bomb before it said clear hot, but you were right there. No one was coming.
Weasel 3-1, ready for 9-line.
Weasel, Ghost, 9-line Charlie as follows. 359er offset west. 9er point 1. 1,537 feet. Ammo dump. 37-0 Delta uniform. 894 3760 tree 1-2. No mark, no factor, egress.
Ghost, Weasel 3-1, read back. 1537 feet. Delta uniform 8-9er 4 3760 3-1-2. No factor. Ready for remarks.
Weasel 3-1, good read back. Request 1 500-pounder on the south-north run. Surface-to-air threats remain the same. Its target area consists of ammo crates and a truck located within a small courtyard of a 2-story building.
Ghost, Weasel 3-1, 1 GBU south to north run in.
Weasel 3-1, the GBU will be perfect. Stay with eyes on target Charlie.
Roger. Ghost, Weasel 3-1, tally the ammo dump.
Roger, Weasel. Calling with directions.
Two, one. Fighter to fighter. Shooter, eyeball. GBU 12, in from the south, off east.
2.
Ghost, Weasel 3-1, IP inbound.
Weasel 3-1, continue.
With a stationary target, I probably should have had... Oh, that was closer. Probably should have had a GBU 38 going, but what's the fun in that?
Weasel 3-1, in from the south.
Weasel 3-1, continue.
I never got it cleared.
2-1, fighter to fighter, eyeball shooter, GBU 38, in from the south, off east.
2.
Well, he never gave me my clearance, he just said continue.
IP inbound.
Weasel 3-2, continue.
So, roll out to attack that. We'll save our GBU-12 for moving target, probably smarter anyway.
Weasel 3-2 is in from the south.
Weasel 3-2, cleared hot, cleared hot, cleared hot.
so she got the clear.
Weasel 3-2, bomb away.
There's that. Whoa! Look at those secondary.
Shit hot.
That was cool with those secondary.
Weasel flight, I have another target for you.
Ghost, roger, stand by.
Here's Joker.
Oh, come on, Jay.
Roger, let's go get a drink. Ghost, Weasel's there at the end of vault time. We'll go get a drink and then we can come back.
Roger that, Weasel 3-1. I have a pair of Eagles coming our way, so y'all are clear to RTB.
Roger that, Ghost. Pleasure working with you.
Anytime, Weasel flight. Signal.
Alright, well, I guess I got one extra GBU-12.
Ghost, Cowboy 2-1. Cowboy 2-1, set it for Ghost. Ghost 2-1 is a two-ship of F-15Es, 20 nautical miles southeast from Bishop. We have 8 GBU-12s, 8 GBU-38s, 20 Mike, and full time of 0+6, 4 code Zulu, and we're available for tasking.
Show up.
Roger that, Cowboy 2-1. I'm a JTAC operating remotely from the Air Operations Center with a single unmanned asset by stat. Break. We will operate under type 2 control, and our IP is 10 nautical miles south of Bishop. Weasel flight cleanups started for us, but they were nice and left some scraps. The remaining targets include a roadblock, several trucks, a fuel outpost, and some medium AAA. Your first target will be the AAA. Ghost Cowboy 2-1, roger. Stand by.
Weasel, push, pry, 4. Weasel, check.
2.
Wizard, Weasel 3-1.
Weasel 3-1, go.
Weasel 3-1 flight is at the end of Vol, finishing our work at Bishop. Show us RTB. Wizard, Weasel 3-1, roger.
2, joining.
Weasels descend to Angels 1-5, turn to waypoint 7.
2.
15,000.7. That was fun. I like having the fighter-to-fighter briefs, the Frodies. Some simultaneous attacks worked in very well. That's always fun to see. Looks like we shacked our target. Now just turned to RTB. Got plenty of fuel left. You see, I take that third bag off, and I still got 4,600 pounds right now. And that's with the few strafing passes getting low with with some power there. So plenty of fuel to not have to carry that extra drag. Do a couple of S-turns to help our wingmen catch up. We'll probably have to stay at 15,000 too, since that was our assigned altitude. And rather than rejoining close, he goes S-turns also now. I guess we could debrief a little bit on the way home. That was cool seeing that fencer. Looks like the Syrians are just doing some attacking of their own. Looked like it was out of AT Tanf area. ROEs kept us from engaging them. And then we hit the target area. I got a phone call in the middle of part of it where she was describing where everything was at, so I had to get a couple talk-ons, but figured it out. Saw it on the ground moving track. Ended up unable to get the handoff to work properly. So hit or miss in the F-16 for me on that, but maybe I'm doing something wrong. We'll get that figured out eventually. Gun run, I had a terrible gun run on the first pass. I was trying to hit him just going along that road, and wind ended up carrying everything to the east side of the road. So a second pass corrected and got 2 of the 3 after 2 got the 1. So 5 targets down on that part, and then we worked with Ghost. Checked the tank. I was a little early on mine, probably a little fast, which didn't quite allow. I think I pressed pickle right as he was saying cleared hot. On the ammo dump, I just got a continue call. I was expecting to get ready to drop there, but all I got was a continue. I never got the clear hot, so called that off, went around, and signed 2 to go in and attack her where she got.
Bingo. Bingo.
Oh, there's Joe. Set our bingo at 3,500 now. And Tally's joining up on her race. 71 miles out. Overall, really fun. A lot going on there. There's, it's cool to see the other, out towards Palmyra. There were some other flights, working some areas too. Great communication. The 9 lines, I do use a VR knee board, open knee board. And so it has a radio log in there where I can see the coordinates. The coordinates weren't read very easily. A little difficult, I think, to hear on that part, just because he was saying stuff like Sierra Delta 8943796032. Separating them, if you're doing a 10-digit one, separate them easily, like Delta Uniform 89437600312. When they all get mashed together like that, it's kind of hard to understand. But I understand real life is real life, and there's probably a lot of stuff going on, but that's just one suggestion I would have that would make it a little bit easier. Overall, great fun though, and I like doing the simultaneous attacks. That's a lot of fun to be able to do. Good job, Baltic, on programming.
Weasels, fence out.
Programming AI to do that. Alright, so here's where I was talking about fence out. Got master arm to off. We'll have to switch our mode to standby. And our lights back on.
1, fenced out.
2, fenced out.
Let's get up a little faster. We can pick it up. She hit Joker. Oh, I think I was about 4,900 pounds, so she's probably about 2,900 right now. 2,800. We got plenty of fuel to get home and go a little fast. We use runway 28, so we'll push for 28. brief item. I probably could have afforded to be a little slower going in.
Weasels, grab ATIS for King Faisal, then go button 8.
2 miles. Scattered 19000. Temperature 24. Dew point -25. Altimeter 3002. Runway English 28. Expect visual approach. Acknowledge receipt of information vault. King Faisal Air Base information vault. Time 0455. Wind 315 at 12. Visibility greater than 10 miles. Scattered 19000. Temperature 24. Dew point -25. Altimeter 3002. Runway English 28. Expect visual approach. Acknowledge receipt of information.
Weasels, check.
Weasel 3-2.
King Faisal approaches Weasel 3 flight, inbound with Golf, request initial, runway 28.
Weasel flight, approach, radar contact, descent to 5,000, report when 5 miles out, expect visual approach for runway 28.
Weasel 3-1, descend to 5,000, report 5 miles out, visual approach for runway 28.
Weasel 3-1, switch tower.
Weasel 3-1, switching tower.
A 5-5.
Oh, looks like she boned. You're gonna go do her own approach. We'll just do a midfield. Let's do a midfield crosswind here into downwind and basin.
King Faisal Tower, Weasel 3, 2 ship, 5 mile initial, runway 28, full stop.
Weasel 3-1, tower clear to land, runway 28, winds are calm.
Tower, Weasel 3-1, cleared to land, runway 28.
Altitude. Altitude.
Lots of good detail down there. Tents, fuel trucks, I love. There's a 3-1 base gear, 3 green, full stop, 2.
Tower, vacate the active, go to shelters 1 and 6.
Tower Weasel 3-1, vacate the active, shelters 1 and 6.
Shelter 1's gonna be this one over here to the left. There it is.
Copy. Wheel chocks are now in place.
Alright, and there we are, we're back. That was a fun mission. Little flight time. Up to Palmyra and back. Good thing we aren't coming in from Kuwait or Hamad or anything. That's not so bad right here. Let's check the debrief from Baltic. Okay, after a successful mission, you spend time with Tally going through each aspect of the mission, as always reviewing the tapes, notes, and discussing your performance. There's nothing really to talk about during the ingress, perhaps apart from the Syrian fencer pounding at AT Tamp factory complex with rockets. The ROE was clear, and there was nothing Poker or any of you could have done there. Then you arrived on station before checking in with Ghost. Tally noticed the enemy convoy consisting of 4 vehicles going towards Bishop. You took the decision to engage as a flight, with each of you tackling the technicals as at the front and back of the group, which effectively stopped them and allowed effective gun runs and disposing of the targets in short order. You agreed to Tally that this is the best course of action to be taken. 15 points scored. You then checked in with Ghost, who had a long list of juicy targets for your flight. Tally engaged the enemy APC hiding among the olive trees with the GBU-38 while you were tasked with taking out a tank with the GBU-12. You had to closely coordinate with your attack to not give CLA crew advance warning and let it escape. It went very well. Tank destroyed before the enemy crew knew it hit them. Your third target was a lightly defended ammo dump. You failed to take it out with your bombing run and had asked Tally for help, and she managed to destroy it using a GBU-38. After that, you returned to base and landed 5 points. Yeah, I failed to take it out because I never received a clear hot, so that's fine. We called her in on it, and that worked out just well. Guess that's my alibi on that. Fun mission overall, and hopefully I don't lose any points for that, but if I did, well, I did what was right and not engaging without the cleared hot, at least the second time around. Anyways, that was fun. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. And go pick up this campaign. It's a lot of fun to fly. It makes you work a bunch of different skills at the same time. You get to learn how to do better fighter-to-fighter briefs. And really, it's just really well put together. So I'd absolutely encourage you to go get it. And more than anything, just make sure you go get in the pit. We'll see you.